You're listening to Vedic Arts, and my name is Monica Groover, and today we're exploring Vastu Shastra. You can say it's like the Feng Shui from ancient India. So, you have heard the word Feng Shui thrown around whenever someone talks about buying a new house or renovating, but exactly what is it? Is it just the Indian Feng Shui, or is there more to it? So, by end of this episode, hopefully you'll know the core principles of the science. Yes, there's an actual Vedic science behind it, and simple changes you can make this weekend, even if you're renting a house or apartment. Let's get started. Now, calling Vastu Feng Shui from India is like calling a giant ship a paper boat. The giant ship is not a paper boat. So, why are we using the word Vastu? Let's rewind. Let's talk about the mother of all architecture in the world, Sthapathya Veda. It is the most powerful system on the planet for creating breathing, living, conscious buildings that can affect our karma and our health. And if you thought Vastu, which is a subset of this Sthapathya Veda architecture, is just about moving your bed, adding a mirror, or a money plant, prepare to have your mind blown. So the word Sthapathya Veda can be broken into three parts. It literally means establish the path of pure knowledge. Through what? Through harmony with the universe. So, harmony is the central theme of architecture and engineering of ancient cities, ancient houses, government buildings, private homes. And it is not about maximizing space. It is not. Sthapathya Veda is one of the six auxiliary subset Vedas attached to Atharva Veda. Just like Ayurveda is the knowledge of health, Sthapathya Veda is the knowledge of buildings, architecture, living, and working spaces. You've heard the age old adage, you're what you eat. Well, you are where you live. As is your building, that is your life. There are three layers of ancient architectures. Number one is the cosmic blueprint. When they used to, in the ancient times, when they used to make buildings or cities, they needed to see that the five elements space, air, fire, water, earth they were balanced with the consciousness with nature, right? Number one. Number two was yoga or union with natural law. The building should be able to breathe and it should be oriented towards the trajectory of the sun from east to west. For example, if there is a city and there's a giant building, government building or a palace, palace must be the biggest building should be facing the east, and all the roads should be laid like a grid on ley lines and things like that. The third was karma or right action in space. Karma is the right action in space, the measurement, slope of land, timing of construction. Everything must be kind of done mathematically. So the person who is living, the karma is supported, especially the breadwinner of the family. Sthapathya Veda is the ancient Vedic science of design, architecture, building, engineering, using complete harmony with natural law and cosmic energies. Sthapathya Veda is considered the original and most authentic source of what has now become Vastu. So, when this was started, including town planning, architecture, temple architecture, construction of houses, sculptures, furniture design, and it uses precise mathematical ratio proportions, slope of land, orientation, measurement systems, and it's a science basically. It's a complete system. Cosmic Sthapathya Veda uses cosmic and energetic principles. Sthapathya Veda is the mother science, and Vastu tips that you see on Instagram are the granddaughter. Very small subset of Sthapathya Veda became Vastu. That is what is used today. And how the original people who were master architects, master priests, master engineers were called Sthapatis, right? And they did everything. They were hired by kings to do city planning. For example, there's an old Indus Valley city which is in a grid. They made palaces, temples, houses, roads. They take care of the proportions, orientation, and also looked up cosmic timing. They used natural materials like limestone and whatnot. And they took the environment into consideration. And it wasn't about forcing the nature, it was about working with the nature. So basically, the mother science from Vedas, which is the science of architecture, engineering, and then you have the interior design and how you place the furniture and stuff. That is more the Vastu. And you see those tips on Instagram. So think of Vastu as the granddaughter of Sthapathya Veda. So, how did this ancient knowledge that came from higher planets, higher realms, Svargaloka heavens, through the sages to earth became Vastu Shastra? Why did we end up using cement and thing in buildings, and we went completely the other route instead of making a city and houses that were compatible with the nature? We went completely the other way. What happened? So here's a very brief history. So we know in the Vedic period, it was ancient cultures used tapatis. We talked about that. And there were certain books or treatises in ancient texts. For example, there is Brihat Samhita, there is Sutradhara, there's Manushalaya Chandrika, and so on. These were some of the books that were used. So then, when they wanted to make big cities and big temples, they used tapatis. But if someone just wanted to build a house for themselves and they weren't that rich and they did not need a master architect, so maybe they would take someone who only knows the science of dwellings and buildings for humans, not an entire city, not like an engineer, but just like somebody who could help design the house for them. So that started becoming Vastu. And then at that time, in the houses and palaces, they used to have icons and they used to have paintings and they used to have sculptures, and that became separated and became Shilpa Vidya. So Vastu, then, people who could afford someone who could help with the natural energies and cosmic energies in their house, who worked with their builder, that became Vastu. And then Vastu has become less and less. Now it is literally just about arranging your furniture, but it's actually a lot more than that. Let's understand that orientation and direction of the building, houses, the cities, roads, very, very important in Vastu. And I'm using Vastu for everything, for the architecture, engineering, Sthapathya Veda. Just to make life easier, I'm going to use the word Vastu. Okay? There are a total of 8 directions: north, south, east, west. And then there's northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest. So that's 8. And then there's the upward direction and the lower direction. And each of the directions has a presiding deity. And upward direction ruled by Lord Vishnu, and below is Lord Ananta, and Brahma is in the center. And each of the direction has a deity, a presiding deity. Well, I mean, think of them as cosmic traffic police. If you respect their zone and give them the right activity, color, and element, they bless you. Meaning, if you have a house or a rented place, you want to give them respect. For example, if you insult them, you put a toilet where Indra sits, or a god of fire sits, then your cash will stop flowing. So they create problems with our life, almost like astrology, except here the building itself, the spirits of the building are the dikpalas that may be giving you problems. So in Shinto and in other ancient religions, they believe that every place has a spirit. So we are saying there's not one spirit, but there's 8 spirits. They call dikpalas, meaning guardian of that direction. All right, let's break it down. The direction east is ruled by the demigod who is the king of all the demigods, called Indra. He rides on Aravat, the white elephant with 3 heads. And this direction is fame, leadership, respect in society, at work, career, and so on. Southeast direction is Agni. It is responsible for cash flow, courage, energy transformation, so perfect for kitchen. The south direction is ruled by Yama, who is the demigod responsible for death and justice. It gives discipline, longevity, ancestral blessings. And southwest is ruled by Pitris, rules stability, marriage, protection from black magic, negativity, and it's good. It's a good idea to put protection yantras here. West is ruled by Varuna, water, so good place to put some water in the west. Gives emotional fulfillment, gains from others, luxury. Northwest is ruled by Vayu, god wind, so god of wind or demigod of wind, rules movement, helpers, friends, banking, daughter, sister, mother, um, neighbors, relatives, people who visit you, and so on. So if you were to have, let's say, an entrance in Northwest, you're going to have a lot of traffic, people coming in and out all day. North is ruled by Kubera, who is the treasurer of wealth. He's not the god of wealth. The goddess of wealth is Lakshmi. And think of Kubera is the treasurer of Lakshmi. And he is responsible for liquid cash and business growth and treasures. So it's a good place to put safes and treasury and, have this place. There should be a little bit of space in the north. And northeast is the most powerful and pure direction. It gives wisdom, spirituality, clarity, and overall prosperity. It is great for a puja room, study, or an open space. The center is creator, which is Brahmasthanam. It should be open. There should be no blockages. So now what happens if you are living in a place which has blockages? Then you call a Vastu expert or somebody who knows Vastu. Or you can also take a class on Vastu from me at Narayana Institute of Vedic Arts. And hopefully you enjoyed this. And if you wanted to talk more about the 8 deities who live in your house, the Dikpalas, maybe we can do another episode.